Golly. I mean, I don't even know if it's lingering sickness, if it's allergies, or like what it is, but I'm still feeling congested, just congested. And I think it's allergies because when I was out playing golf, I was I was congested again, and then it stopped when I was in a different environment. So, little mix of recovering cold, little mix allergies equals me being a little grumpy. But driving over to the gym, and as you guys can see, from my outdoors, it doesn't look too bad of weather. It was nice. When I went and grabbed lunch this morning at the dining hall, I was just strolling, walking, and enjoying the nice day. But in like 2 hours, apparently it's supposed to go like absolute nuts thunderstorms, like tornadoes. From 2 o'clock until like the rest of the day, classes got canceled. The gym and like sports facilities all got closed. It's crazy. So we got our golf team lift canceled, which is nice for me, but I mean, I live on the top floor of my really tall dorm room. And so, like, I hope I don't get hit with a freaking tornado. But what is more important than battling a tornado is getting a fucking back pump. And that is what we're gonna go do. I just finished my last serving of the Sam Sulik Blue Shark gummy, and I gotta say, I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed about it. I have other pre-workouts, but I gotta say, of course, I'm the absolute most biased person who's gonna say like this is the best one, but I honestly think it's the best one. So we're gonna enjoy it. Gonna go hit back, and I've got some kind of things I've been thinking about that I want to share with you guys. So let's hit the first few sets of like lat pull downs. And I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know why the camera's going dim and then coming back. I gotta toy around with the exposure and look up like the fucking tutorial or whatever. Anyway, let's hit some lat pull downs, and then let's kind of talk about I've really been thinking about comfortability recently. I'll get into it more after these, 3 or 4 sets, whatever it may be. But let's start back day. I don't know, I just like brain farted there. Let's get in there. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. Honestly, I'm gonna find that little underhand, the underhand attachment, and try that out here. We'll see. Okay.
That's why I was laughing at you. You fucking tore your shirt off and you took some fucking teddy bear. Fucking happening. I was wondering what that
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I wish you guys could see that here. I just sit down and this is what I see. Oh, you got it. Look, it's time for my buddy to listen here.
Story time. Story time.
So, I mean, we rolled through back pretty quickly. I was really trying to, I've noticed sometimes I take too much of a rest period and then I kind of just lose the intensity of the lift. So this time I was more focused on like a minute and a half, 2-minute rest, really trying to not let myself totally rest too much, just to kind of keep the pump up, keep the intensity up. And I think it worked pretty well. My last, I feel like the last few lifts, I've just been kind of moping through it, resting forever, you know, looking on my phone or something. And honestly, that just catches you up with being too comfortable. And that's what I was saying in the car earlier. Kind of what I want to talk about is, I've noticed myself, and I don't know if this would be you guys too, but if it is you, you got to notice when you're getting too comfortable. Like I feel like, you know, let's say I sleep in and I snooze my alarm. That's already one thing starting the day, just kind of not pushing yourself. And so a way to kind of fix that, I just think you gotta keep putting yourself in more comfortable situations. And then when you do have the time to kind of relax, it's a lot more. But that's just kind of what I've been thinking. And if you're a real OG, you know about these hitting rear belts like this. Instead of standing and having to balance yourself while you're pulling, you just sit the bench down and sit flat on your back, reach straight up. You're super stable. So I can imagine myself sitting here for all of rear delts. And that is what we're gonna freaking do. How's that? Pretty good?
It was amazing.
I wish you guys could see the claps I just got.
Claps.
All right. So super stable. Just pulling. Honestly, this might have been too heavy. Yeah, maybe a little too heavy. Honestly, I wish I had like a weight belt to strap me into this bench so I wouldn't even lean up. That was still pretty good. We're gonna go a little bit lighter just to get more even more control and just rep this out for Honestly, I'm thinking all of rear delts. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm going to sit here for the rest of the time, and I'm not going to bore you with me doing the same thing for, 5 more sets. But let's check back in when we're done, and let's have a good chat at the end of this. All right. Done with back, done with rear delts. I really just sat on the rear delt machine for the whole 8 sets. I did a few like drop sets with a single arm cable, just kind of pulling over, which that felt nice. Now I'm just headed back to the dorm, and I'm gonna go to one of my buddy's house, or well, I guess the golf team's house, to go take some shelter, because it was just pouring down rain like 5 minutes ago, and now it's a little more clear. But supposedly there's like thunderstorms and tornadoes. Like campus is closed right now, so I've got no clue what's coming. But after back, I hit the bike for 30 minutes, 300 calories, posted on the Insta story so you guys can know it, know I'm doing it, know you should be doing it. And someone at the end of back, or at the end of when I was just sitting on the bike, he came up and was like, so, what are the benefits of cardio? And obviously I was just saying, well, for me, in my dieting context, it just helps me burn more calories, so I get into my deficit easier. So let's say I burn 300 calories just from the bike, and maybe it's the middle of the night, I'm starving, I have a 300 calorie snack. It's really not going to make that much difference because I burned those extra calories. So it's kind of like a cushion for your deficit. And then when you're hitting your macros, it's just going to help you lose fat quicker. But in a bulking context, this is where cardio could get confusing for you. I could have done a better job doing cardio when I was bulking, just because, let's say, I get to the gym and I just had a ton of food the night before, a ton of food the day, like right before I'm lifting. I'm feeling big, heavy. I do my 3 sets and I'm like, wow, I'm gassed out right now. I'm already freaking feeling tired. And even though my muscles are feeling good and fully pumped and everything, you might just be lacking those extra few reps you could get if you had more energy, or just something like that. So when you do your cardio, that's going to kind of help you keep your endurance up and just keep everything moving better, just less lethargic. So that's kind of my take on it. But this is what I was kind of really thinking of. I see a lot of fitness influencers starting their 75 hard or stuff like that, and I think it's a great concept. I'm trying to think of how to put this. I'm not saying I want to start 75 hard, but I feel like I need to put an ending goal on the cut. Because if you're just flowing through something with no end goal, how do you kind of keep that urgency up to get there? And so I've been kind of falling into this motion of, again, comfortability, where I want to keep pushing the limits, making myself uncomfortable, and kind of just really reaching, pushing for a goal. But I need to figure out a better way to do that, whether it's, getting up earlier, going to bed earlier, going on runs, maybe. I'm not gonna lie, the golf team has been going on runs, and I do not like running. And so maybe because I don't like running, if I kind of overtake it, it'll give me that extra kind of mental hardness, mental edge. I'm not sure. I gotta think of something to do. And then that's obviously cardio, which is gonna help the cut. So I'm not sure. If you guys have any suggestions or anything that you do to kind of keep that edge or kind of keep the intensity up, you know, drop it in the comments, because I'm trying to learn too. I'm trying to get better too. So we'll see where this goes. Definitely got to try something new. Yeah, that's going to be it. So I'm going to go shower off and find somewhere to take shelter, and hopefully no tornadoes. And I'll see you guys in the next one.